I'm AF Gogito, and I'll bring you guys part 2 of What If AF Gogito was in Dragon Ball Remake, part 2. Now we begin the continuation of the previous story. As AF Gogito has now decided to go into fight against Frieza, with Vegeta still warning Gogito, but he decides to go with him, simply as he wants to see Gogito's power. Gogito teleports to Namek as Frieza is there in his final form, due to his training over the years to trying to face off against Gogito in the next future if he has to. Of course, Gogito is unimpressed by Frieza's base power, since he can sense that Frieza is incredibly weaker than him. Frieza smirks as he powers up into his golden form, seemingly showing his superiority, but the golden form does not even intimidate Gogito as he just punches Frieza, sending him flying in base form. Frieza grunts as he powers up to his black form, skipping his diamond form, as his black form is much stronger. Gogito can actually see the power difference now. Frieza rushes against Gogito as Gogito has to block the attack, feeling a bit of inching in his body as he can now feel excited. Gogito smirks as he powers up to Super Saiyan, but he sees that this is actually not enough to face Black Frieza. Gogito decides to actually try a new transformation he is able to master thanks to the teaching of the Grand Priest. Gogito roars as his hair becomes silver and the tail grows, as Gogito powers up into Super Saiyan 5. For the first time, Gogito has now reached this type of form. Nobody but the Grand Priest was able to push into that form in his younger years. And Gogito is actually impressed by Frieza's power, but in Super Saiyan 5, Gogito is easily toying with Black Frieza. Frieza roars as he powers up into his platinum form. But not just any platinum form, but a 5th platinum form, just like Course. Seemingly showing his power as Frieza rushes against Gogito once again. The power now actually equalizing, but little did Frieza knew is Gogito still holding back. Seemingly wanted to show a little bit of a chance against Frieza, since Frieza knew that maybe he would have stand a chance against Gogito. But Gogito was easily toying with the Emperor, seemingly showing that he was much stronger than him, and much stronger than he previously thought of. As the battle continues to rage on, the entire multiverse shakes between the power of those two incredible warriors. Gogito is able to counter Frieza's attacks while Frieza tries to attack Gogito, but Gogito is able to dodge the attacks. Frieza decides to tell Gogito about a powerful technique he was able to inquire by the dark side of Zalama. Gogito is surprised to hear this, but he decides to stay calm. Frieza then roars the Emperor's command, but that does not do anything against Gogito. Due to his Super Saiyan 5 transformation, Gogito is resistant to any type of dark magic manipulation or any type of manipulation to his body. With the Super Saiyan 5 giving him the primal strength to increase his strength and power, also he's resistant to any type of ability that should control his mind or his body. Frieza is surprised because the Emperor's command did not work, but it did work on Vegeta, Raditz, and Nappa. Frieza tries to use them as bait so he can attack Gogito from behind, but Gogito, of course, is unfazed by the Emperor's attacks as he just looks back at him with a cold stare. Now with his red eyes, Gogito stares at Frieza, telling him that he's gonna finish this now. Gogito powers up a Kamehameha and fires it at Frieza. Frieza tries to dodge the attack, but the Kamehameha is too strong for Frieza to even dodge. As Frieza is hit point blank, someone stops the Kamehameha midway. Gogito stops the Kamehameha and looks at the person. He's confused what this dark cloaked figure is, and he tells him to not stand in his way. The dark cloaked figure just smirks as he reveals himself to be Fu. Fu tells Gogito that he's pretty impressed by his power, and even more impressed to see that the Cosmic Sand has been born once again. It's been many centuries he has ever seen one in every timeline. Gogito is unfazed by Fu's words, but he still remains serious. Fu just smirks and tells him that he's gonna provide a much better challenge. Gogito is intrigued and allows Fu to do something. Fu then rips off a time portal as he reveals Janemba. Janemba smirks as he stabs Frieza. Frieza coughs up blood, which surprises Gogito as he can actually tell that Frieza was strong, but Janemba is easy able to stab him. Janemba then absorbs Frieza as he roars and a black armor appears around him. Gogito is shocked as he sees Janemba becoming even stronger, shaking the entire multiverse and even a timeline with just his power up. Gogito remains serious, now using 50% of Super Saiyan 5 to match Dark Janemba. Dark Janemba is incredibly strong, even more powerful than the original Dark Janemba in Dragon Ball Super Heroes. Gogito and Janemba clash with each other, with Gogito being impressed by Janemba's power and even smirking it as the battle continues on. But little that Fu knew is that Gogito's potential naturally allows him to adapt and grow stronger than his opponent. Due to his cosmic potential, he possesses the potential of every being in existence, even that of legendary Super Saiyan like Broly, which naturally allows him to adapt and grow stronger while still maintaining control over his mind. As the battle continues to rage on, Gogito starts to getting more powerful and stronger, and even in 50%, he's able to overpower Janemba. It's time to go to 25%, but once again, he adapts and grows even stronger. Fu is impressed by his power, by Gogito's power, and he decides to use his ability to increase Janemba's power even more. Janemba roars as he is now manipulated by Fu as he attacks Gogito once again. But his attacks are not as sloppy as they were before, but they're much more focused on attacking Gogito in a vital point. Gogito is of course once again impressed by Janemba, but he still remains with a smirk and tells Janemba that is not gonna happen once again. Gogito then powers up a Stardust Breaker, a technique he was able to actually learn to the Grand Priest's training. With this, Gogito throws the Stardust Breaker and shoots it at Janemba, destroying everything that is left of the Dark Being. As the explosion occurs, Gogito stands there unfazed by the death of Janemba. Eventually, a boy with red horns lays on the ground, unconscious. Gogito is kind of happy because he could sense a little bit of glimpse amount of good in Janemba, so he was happy that Stardust Breaker was able to purify him and destroy all the evil. Fu is of course irritated, but Gogito just smirks at him, telling Fu to give up. No matter what he does, he will always remain the strongest. Fu of course sighs as he knows that, and he tells Gogito that they will meet once again as Fu teleports away. Gogito still remains serious, still in Super Saiyan 5, remaining in that transformation and his power not even decreasing. Of course, after Vegeta is able to regain his consciousness, he's confused by his new transformation that Gogito just showed. He has never seen a transformation like this. Not even Super Saiyan 5 can even comprehend this type of power. Gogito explains to Vegeta that this is the form he was able to achieve while he trained. This is known as Super Saiyan 5, a level above Super Saiyan 4. Of course, Vegeta would be shocked and surprised by this type of power, and Vegeta would have asked Gogito if he can teach in that form. Gogito thought it might take a while, but he is ready to teach Vegeta that form. Eventually, they go back to Earth as Gogito uses instantaneous movement, a technique that he was able to learn from the Grand Priest. With this, of course, Gogito is able to taught both Nappa and Vegeta the Super Saiyan 5 transformation, with Vegeta naturally learning it a lot better than Nappa, and Nappa took him a much longer time. While Whereas decides to focus on training his regular body in God Ki, not focusing on Super Saiyan 5, but he knows that Super Saiyan 5 is an incredibly strong transformation. Gogito continues to train and increase his power. He also trains Gohan as Gohan is able to achieve Blue Evolution and get even stronger. Gogito still remains the strongest, even in his Super Saiyan 5 transformation, he's still stronger than Gohan in his full power. But little that Gogito knew as that his DNA was actually taken apart for a new being to be born, that being Cosmic Cell. So from this time on, possessing the power of the Cosmic Saiyan, has now become even stronger than ever before. Because of this, Gogito may have risked the entire timelines because of it. But little that Gogito knew as his power and maybe even strength will increase even further. But as the time progresses on, a destroyer wakes up, that being Beerus. As Beerus asks Whis about his premonition about the Super Saiyan God, but Whis just smiles and tells him that his premonition of Super Saiyan God may have been surpassed. Of course, Beerus is confused and asks Whis what does he mean. Whis tells him that they have now in their universe have been born the Cosmic Saiyan, which surprises Beerus as he thought that all the Saiyans were extinguished. And this thought remains in Beerus' mind as Whis tells him that this Saiyan remains on Earth, training and even growing stronger than ever before. With Beerus smirking, he tells Whis to want that Saiyan, as Whis tells him that they will arrive in a day's time, with Beerus of course being excited to face off against this Saiyan. What will happen in the next part? Will Beerus actually face off against Gogito and showing that he's stronger, or will Gogito able to prevent Beerus from defeating him and maybe even face his own variation of Cell? But guys, this is the end of this part. See you guys in the next one. Sayonara, my fans. See you next time.